Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Deadwood series. Last episode we got the second half of A Lie Agreed Upon, and it basically summed up the story which started in the first episode. Al and Seth went head to head. Al took Seth's gun and badge away, so the majority of last episode was Seth adamant he was going to get that shit back from him. Calamity Jane rode back into town having one-liners left and right which were cracking me up. The absolute best dialogue of any character in Calamity Jane. It's so entertaining to watch. And of course when Charlie told her that they'd been in the shootout and he'd been grazed, Jane was very quick to join the team to get the gun and badge back, along with Seth, Charlie, and of course Saul Star. This led to the standoff outside the Gem Saloon, but of course, as I thought would happen, Al came out and tried to peacefully give the gun and badge back, and that was basically the way it was left resolved. On top of that, of course, Seth's wife has now moved into a house, and it seems like Seth and Mrs. Garrett have decided to no longer continue their relationship, as while Seth's wife is in town, he feels like it's a disrespect to her to do that. So it seems like him and Mrs. Garrett's relationship is off the books just now because he is not leaving Deadwood and he doesn't want to disrespect his wife like that. I think he actually might end up hooking up with his wife as well. She did mention she'd removed the bungling board, was it? So that to me suggests they are planning on having sex at some point. Regardless, I've been looking forward to this all week, so let's get into it. This is episode 3 of season 2. New Money. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. I loved the interaction as well between the Doc and Calamity Jane last episode. It was so cool. She seems to genuinely trust the Doc. Al is still very much fucked.
You want to know when we're going to open, Tess? Well, we're going to open when me and Johnny fucking say so.
In defense of the hookers, that's quite a nondescript opening time.
He locks the door, Dan, when he leaves his office. Al does not lock the door when he's inside.
Let the man writhe on the ground in pain peacefully.
May I ask, Mr. Wolcott, what purpose draws you to our heels?
Gold.
Gold? I see.
I wonder if the mayor's still on the hustle of selling fake plots off. Will this guy be the next sucker to buy a seemingly fake plot only to find a gold mine?
What is luggage?
It is so weird to see E.B. Farnham treated with any level of prestige. Just to see how he started as the little rat bartender, it's weird for anybody to treat him any other way than that, to me.
The letters I'd written, I didn't.
I'll be grateful then if you not rely on my assurance that I got them.
Well, as long as they both didn't give a fuck.
Stop spouting gibberish and replace the damned oatmeal.
I'll make do with the bacon.
Bacon and oatmeal, now there's a combination I've never had before. I'll take a plate of bacon though. The only thing that makes bacon better is if you put bacon on bacon. It's a delicacy.
The camp's mayor now perches like a vulture over that man at breakfast.
This woman has got a very keen eye on the mayor.
He's going to toy and play with Mr. Farnham from camouflage for as long as he finds it amusing.
I wonder who the fuck this guy is then. So she thinks he's planning to fuck around with Farnham. Does that mean he's got eyes on becoming the mayor?
Summon Al.
He's not summonable.
For the news I bear, he'll be plenty summonable.
I don't think anybody summons Al.
He's within.
Called out to my knock, said get the fuck away.
Definitely sounds like Al.
I think he's fucking poorly. His voice has got a gravelly timbre.
I've never known Al not to have a gravelly voice, but if it's even more gravelly, then that is worrying. How much gravel can one man withstand?
A fish, to rival the fabled Leviathan, has swum into our waters. Get well soon, and we'll land the cocksucker together.
So he sees this new gold prospector as someone they can manipulate. This is an interesting plot they're setting up. I want to know more about this mystery man at the breakfast table.
I married my mom when my pa got killed. So now it's my pa and my uncle.
It's like Jaime Lannister.
My pa and me are going to grow apples in Oregon.
Will you come back?
Pa says we ain't never coming back.
Yeah, I've played the Oregon Trail. His chances are fucking slim. I give him 17 days till he dies of dysentery. Oh, so that's a shame. William almost made a friend there.
There's a trout. Loiters. Just downstream there.
Nothing worse than a loitering trout. Move along, trout.
Maybe after work, we can make him pay for his slothful ways.
That trout had it coming. Also, it's cool that he's trying to do some father and son stuff with a boy.
Just the scope of the find, Mr. Ellsworth.
actually crazy to see a contraption like this in Deadwood. This is like the birth of machinery, essentially.
She asked if I saw you, please, to give you this back. Sophia can learn on another watch.
All right.
That's basically like a symbology that their relationship is over, I'm assuming.
The camp pugilist.
He kinda is the camp pugilist. Anyone that's willing to punch Al in the face can certainly be classified as a pugilist.
Mr. W is chief lookout for George Hurst. It's truck biggest in the Comstock in Mexico.
So he's a lookout for a bigger gold mining operation then.
Devious sort that I am. I've got the girl he's interested in on ice.
I'm still really unsure as to how that woman knows this guy so well, or what is going on here.
Your cost to see the letter delivered to its proper recipient.
He's actually going to get the letter to Bill's widow. I wasn't expecting that.
It was my great pleasure. I trust I will hear from you soon.
If this prostitute is right, this guy is not to be trifled with. This might come back to bite Farnham.
Man can get me in his life with $5. 2. He just needs a handshake.
$2 hand jobs. It's a fair price.
I'm in my house, Saul.
With Martha and the boy.
Chose not to put him in the thoroughfare.
Not sure how Seth's feeling about this. He could have left town with Miss Garrett though. He gave her that option. He's clearly having second thoughts about it in some way. I know he really liked Miss Garrett.
It's wrong the Hills get no representation. Maybe we should try to do something about it.
What could they do though?
Stop being a baby.
No one gets to say to Al stop being a baby except the doc. I love the extra leeway he gets.
If you can get him to grant you entry, maybe you'll confide that to me.
He's just so used to appearing strong, he doesn't want anybody to see him in a weakened state. Except that poor prostitute at his last episode who had to thumb his asshole, of course.
Bullock's gone to that house he built. Stars on his feet. More or less.
He seems really fucked up though, like he's got an infection of some description, like if he doesn't see the doc, he might actually die.
All right, Al.
I don't think he could get up to answer the door if he wanted to.
If he doesn't present himself in a few hours, kick down the door and get the fucking doc in there.
Agreed, I think he's being stubborn to spite himself just now. This isn't helping his condition. And also it's cool to see deep down Trixie clearly cares about him, or at least values his presence in the town.
Kentucky bourbon if you got it.
Well, Mr. Wolcott of bourbon, Jack, and tell him it's from Kentucky.
Well, when there's no Kentucky bourbon, it's a good backup plan.
Maybe you're just waiting for the right offer.
It's late in the game, but I suppose anything's possible.
Not sure if I trust the guy that wants to instantly strike up a deal with Cy.
I work for one man.
Jesus Christ. Doesn't every one of us?
George Hurst.
Not sure who that is, but clearly his name holds a lot of weight.
We want to work with you here.
You do?
Yes, we do.
Wow, Cy got off lucky there. He thought he was about to break his balls for giving the Chinese community shit. Suddenly landed on his feet.
As far as they're concerned, you and Mr. Hurst don't even exist.
As far as you're concerned, Cy, in the task you'll be performing for him, Mr. Hurst doesn't either.
So what is he gonna make Cy do? Who the fuck is this guy? And who the fuck is Mr. Hurst? I'm so confused but intrigued right now.
That's water now.
Oh, get the fuck away from me then.
Drink it and don't be stupid.
Hey, it's cool to see Jane's took up the lodge in Charlie's house.
I explained all this to you, Jane. That I'm the fucking deputy and...
Charlie is the deputy? No way. That's a good appointment.
Would you kindly shut your fucking mouth?
Hangovers are no joke, especially when you drink as much as Calamity Jane.
It's cool. Sit outside. Wide knees.
Let them see the vaginas.
Or I'd have found you dead. Or moved along.
No chance I'm moved along.
Only way to guarantee an outcome, honey, is contracting to be fucked.
So she had this set up in case she got to Deadwood and things didn't work out in this brothel. I believe that's what she's just told her. It's quite an intricate new storyline being put all over the place just now.
We're either in business or we ain't, and if we are, you reduce costs, buying, and volume.
Your old man. On his deathbed in fucking Vienna.
Nice to know even on his dad's deathbed he was thinking with a business brain.
Who's that fella said never put off till tomorrow? We'll wait till the day after.
Not my old man.
His dad sounded like a bit of a hard-working legend, to be honest.
You gotta let me get to your piss pot, Al.
Never has there been a more loyal piss pot remover.
Dad! You need to fucking make the door down!
I think it's come to that point, to be honest. Al is not listening to reason here.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
Always lead with a kick, Dan, for fuck's sake.
Al.
What is wrong with him? He seemed okay last episode.
For all the portions you had on your plate, I hesitated to fucking inquire.
I couldn't have helped if you had.
Fuck the Stackpole case then.
Not familiar with the Stackpole case either. Have we seen any of that storyline? I don't think so.
Friendlier views.
None that would offer the further pleasure of putting Mr. Farnham in the thoroughfare.
Why the fuck would she want to continue staying in Farnham's hotel? That's a terrible decision.
I am pissed off.
Last turns the wheels took for you, ma'am, I'd say you come by it honest.
Is she pissed off about the Seth situation?
I volunteer one that's well broke in.
She doesn't know how much of an opportunity she just missed to hit a lying piece of shit there.
Is he here too?
No.
Trixie hates Seth now.
I wondered, could you teach me to do accounts?
All right.
I'll pay you, or you can take it out and cunt.
I appreciate her frankness.
The gym saloon. It's just over there.
Please take your hand off my shoulder.
Does Farnham think he's going to have some backup having this conversation over there? I think as soon as this guy announces who he works for, everyone's fucked.
Feeling themselves victimized, seek redress in fashions I thought imprudent.
Violently, you mean?
Almost everything in Deadwood gets resolved with violence.
I wonder, Mr. Wolcott, if some second letter couldn't be drafted to put some sharper point on the lesson.
So he wants to forge a new one.
Whomever you represent.
George Hurst, of the Ophir Find in the Comstock.
Of course I know George Hurst.
This guy must have some rep. All these people shit a brick the second he drops that name.
Mr. Hurst doesn't renege on contracts.
Did he knowingly take this fake letter just to get Farnham in his back pocket?
That is a cultivated pose and posture. I am not poor, and I am not stingy when fundamental interests are at stake.
This is the first time I've seen Farnham terrified since season 1. I'm loving it.
Circulating certain rumors about the future of the camp. In particular, about the validity of the present titles to the claims.
This guy is scheming. So basically his whole plan in camp is to get the claims from Mrs. Garrett to himself and Mr. Hurst, I'm assuming.
Do you think this hat makes my head look big?
No, sir. It makes your head look the perfect size.
What a little rat.
Rumors of adversity or ill fortune or turns of luck.
Is Cy one of the rumor spinners as well?
But anytime, day or night, anyone wants to fucking waver or fucking change their minds, you just step right the fuck up and get your severance.
What the fuck has gotten into Cy? That guy must have proposed something weird to him.
Pass this instrument through his penis into his bladder. If he has stones, they'll click against the metal.
Oh, fuck, I think I'd rather die.
Cutting him open above the pubis and taking out the stones.
It's kidney stones, shit.
Minute for us, Mr. Tolliver?
What is it?
Oh god, nobody should have a minute for you two dicks.
Anyone looking for fucking severance?
Just the opposite.
What's that mean? You looking for a raise?
Equally bad news to a man like Cy.
This was 90% his idea to come in here. Somebody better turn over a whole card.
It's an interesting idiom.
If we mistook the tone of one talk or the other, and if so, which?
It's like they've came in this office just to make sure they're brown-nosing in the correct direction.
I never knew any man ate a rumor or clothed himself with one or secured himself a piece of pussy.
So he is another person that's being made to spread this rumour. When they say claims and titles being thrown out, that sounds to me like it's directly related to Miss Garrett and people taking, you know, the roles as sheriff and fire marshal, etc. Am I wrong on that? Is it something else? Trixie has no chance in finishing her drink first in this contest.
You know he had it designed to murder that little one.
No, I didn't.
Hell yes, he had it designed.
Yeah, Trixie didn't know this information, did she? I wonder if she'll look at Al differently after this.
Why she's around is... it's his sick fucking way of protecting her.
Unfortunately, someone in the comments sort of alluded to this. I wish people would stop spoiling things with foreshadowing to me just so I see Al differently, because I would have learned this information of my own accord right now. But that is cool that he's more protecting Jewel than begrudgingly having her around. Again, no, you guys have got to let me watch this show. I will learn this stuff as I watch it. It does make me see him in a newer light, but you guys were trying to make me see him in that light before this show wanted me to. Side note though, wanting to murder a child is still way worse and is not cancelled out by wanting to help a crippled lady.
I'm recurring to the topic, hoping you'll be more expansive.
He accepted the timepiece, ma'am.
It's a nice way of saying, give me the details. She wants some gossip.
You enjoy setting terms.
Terms, ma'am?
Playing arbiter of the when and why of things.
She's acting very coy. She was very on point and understanding of her actions. This woman strikes me as a bit of a sleeping giant.
I'll say goodnight then to you and Sophia.
My preference is you're saying goodbye.
Oh shit, you just been fired.
I'd appeal to you to reconsider your preferences in the morning.
In any case, you'll want to retire to your room.
Yeah, even if you're not fired, you're fucking off.
I'll say goodnight then.
As is your custom.
She's a great actress, but the only other thing I've seen her in is Glass. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen Glass, but I do have preconceived judgment of her due to the role she played in that. Mrs. Garrett just put her in her place.
The weather's getting better, and it looks to stay mild a spell.
Cy is in his absolute element getting to manipulate people. He took this job with glee.
I believe he loves us.
Do you, sweetheart? Did his hand lead me buying and turning you out?
Technically, if there is a god, he loves everyone. But if he was to have a shit list, Cy would be certainly near the top of it.
Shut your fucking mouth now and turn over and close your eyes.
Such a low-key, threatening asshole. Most of the time's not even low-key. That was the lowest key Cy has for threatening people.
Languid and open for adventure.
Spread and ready for the fucking is how I translated that.
Can you hold that for half an hour?
I've been holding this my whole fucking life.
Well, she would be great as a human portrait.
Our caller fancies Basil's bourbon, Joni, which is hid beneath the floorboard at the bar.
She knows this guy way too well. She must have a big history with this fella.
Basil Hayden hid beneath the floorboards as advertised.
Would you get out of my sight, please?
He's quite frank with the ones he doesn't like.
I ain't for sale, sir. But I would fuck you for free.
Well, I have to say, you ain't my type.
This guy cuts right to the chase.
You pay extra for that?
Do unhand me.
This guy doesn't like anybody touching him. I wonder if that's a power thing or a historical reason for that.
She kills that fucking cocksucker. I'm gonna be working for the rest of my life.
I don't think she's going to kill him. I think she was just letting the other woman know that she could if she wanted to.
Upheaval of the most violent sort. Churning seas, waves of a scale and force to make the most seasoned seafarer vomit.
Definitely more dramatic in his rumour spreading than Cy was.
Pawns of the savage sea and playthings of the fucking deep.
He likes going with these fisherman metaphors though. Gotta respect it. I like his angle.
The claims, Richardson, they are being overturned.
There was no need for your fucking giant fisherman boat analogy. Just break it down to him in plain English. This guy barely speaks that.
Take the rest of the night off, Richardson.
Thank you, sir.
But confide in no one.
Yeah, take the rest of the night off to spread the rumour, but don't tell anyone.
Unbutton my shirt.
Yes, sir.
He's quite an interesting character, this guy. I really don't know what to make of him yet. Like, I now know what his game plan is, but still, just the way he carries himself is strange.
Shall I hazard an approach I rarely find ill-received?
Rarely, as in someone finds it ill-received ever.
Tiny corner of operation for such an amusing mind.
I'll just be here in my girl's world diddling myself.
He knew she had a gun as well. This guy is smart, on point, and strangely not wavered by the prospect of potential vagina. What the fuck is this guy's problem?
God damn it, hold him still.
Oh my fucking god. Now this is a scene they did not need to show us.
Put your hand in his mouth! Let him bite your fucking hand!
Don't let him bite your hand. Don't they usually just put like a bit of wood in someone's mouth to bite down on? Why a hand?
Push now if you can, son.
Oh, God!
Oh my god, this looks so fucking painful. Jesus Christ. This is so rough. Even the people that hate him in the camp are feeling sorry for him tonight. The wails can be heard all the way to Seth's house. Fuck needing a medical procedure in this time period. Just shoot me in the fucking face. Ah, Jesus. There's been some horrible scenes so far in Deadwood. This is potentially the fucking worst one yet. Okay, and that was episode 3 of season 2 of Deadwood, New Money, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, New Money, what did I think of that? Well, this episode was clearly focusing around introducing this new character. I can't remember his name yet, but it's Mr. W, who works for Mr. Hurst, who I'm assuming is probably one of the most rich men in the entirety of America after striking lucky with a gold claim in Mexico. I believe that's what it is. I may be wrong. It might be oil or some other shit, but I think it's a gold claim. So this Hurst guy is obviously a super powerful, super rich dude who's sent essentially an agent into Deadwood to spur these rumours that all titles and claims are going to be stripped of everyone, creating chaos. Why he would want that situation? I don't know. Maybe it's to drum up enough fear so that people start selling their claims to them for a cheaper price? That's the only theory I have on it just now, but I'm probably way off. Either way, he's a very interesting character. He carries himself differently than everybody else in the town, can't be bought off, can't be persuaded to relax with a female. He has a mission, and he is there to complete that mission. And he's a very smart guy as well. Like, he purposely did the whole thing with a Wild Bill letter with Farnham just so he could instantaneously get Farnham in his back pocket after breaking the news to him of who he worked for. Like, he's playing chess with these guys and they have no idea they're even on the board. So whatever this guy is planning, it wouldn't surprise me if it comes to fruition, because it would take a very cunning and devious mind to oppose him with whatever his plans and Mr. Hurst's plans for this town are. And the other major plot point was Al passing a kidney stone. Sounds boring on paper, in practice it was fucking absolutely brutal to watch. He spent the majority of the episode stubbornly hiding behind a locked door, which only made his condition worse. Then when the doc finally got in there, he had to literally put that instrument up his dick, and fucking horrible to see. I was literally grimacing during that scene. It's hard to make me grimace during stuff. You can watch my reaction to Terrifier 2, one of the most bloody horror movies of all time. Not a grimace was had, basically, but this scene was just absolutely horrible to have to sit through. I feel so bad for Al, and I've never said that before while watching this show, which just goes to show how much pain this dude went through during that scene. Oh my god, I never want to see that again. I think all men probably felt the same while watching that, and as I said during the episode, fuck getting medical procedures like that done in the Old West. Take me out back and shotgun me in the head. I'm done. But yeah, another great episode which was setting up a lot of storylines which I think might play out over the course of this season rather than be concluded quite quickly, but I'm interested to see where they go from here. Can't wait for next week's episode now. I need to see where the fuck this goes. I want to know what this guy's game plan is, what Mr. Hurst's strategy is for this town, and how it's going to affect everybody in it. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch this series along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron. It helps me and the channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA. Peace.